Alrighty. So as of right now, we have like about 10 viewers. This is really exciting, and it's only been like a minute. So that's pretty cool. So first, before I start, for anyone who is going to join us in chatting, only the first 10 get to chat, and then after that point, everyone will have to listen. Anyone who does want to chat with us, I just ask that you just mute your sound until we're, done talking. It'll kind of be like a round table, and everyone gets a chance to talk and tell a little about their week, etc. So, the first thing I kind of want to talk about, as we discussed it last time, is having a little bit more structure. I just wanted to make it a little easier for those of us who are listening only, and so we could get more information and we can learn a little bit more as well. So the chat is going to be about an hour, give or take a little bit. Depending, sometimes we might have a little bit more to talk about, and other times not so much. But this just kind of helps because some of us have stuff to do afterwards too. So the second part of this is going to be announcements. As many of you know, Rachel is the other admin on the Instagram page. And that is very exciting. She has been doing a great job. For anyone who has been following on Instagram, she has been doing a great job. But I did want everyone to just say a little prayer for her. Her father is in the hospital. So if we could all just, say a little prayer for her, that would be awesome. So yeah, that's really it for my announcements and everything. Yeah, I guess that's really it. So let's start. Let's go ahead and start with Gabby because she's the first on my little thing here. Are you? Did you unmute yourself?
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Perfect. All right. So how was your week?
Okay, good. Okay, great. My week started out so horrible. It started out so horrible.
Oh.
But now it's like epic. Now my week started out so horrible. Like I was going through some things, but now it's great.
So
it's great.
So
the reason being.
Go ahead. What's your exciting thing for the week?
My exciting thing for the week is that I get my sailor tomorrow.
Woohoo!
Oh, it's been forever. It's been eons.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. All right, so the second thing, which is kind of an update, but give us an update on your sailor.
Okay, update on my sailor. Well, today he graduated from A school, so he's all done with that.
Yay!
He finished second in his class, but he got the honors graduate award, so he has a medal now.
That's awesome.
Yes,
that's awesome.
Like he was so mad he didn't finish first in his class. But the girl that finished first, like she got a 97 on the final test, and like like she went in the record book. She went in the record books because the highest that a CB had ever made was a 94. So he was just like, well, I'm happy for her, but I still wanted to finish first. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's great. That's awesome. Good for him. That is great. All right, so today's theme was how to be more positive and more trusting. So the first question I'm going to ask you is, can you give us one tip of advice on how to be more positive, not only for your sailor, but also for yourself?
One tip. I had a struggle with this. One tip I can say is don't think too much.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my tip because I did that a lot, and it took him a lot of reassuring me. Like it was bad at one point, but we've gotten better. Just don't overthink things.
Okay.
He means what he says when he says what he means. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so now do you have any advice on being more trusting?
Do I have trusting? Some advice for trusting is like you guys have got to have faith in your relationship. Like no matter the distance, no matter what's going on, you got to believe that his focus is on you and your focus is on him. So you just have to put trust in that. Like you have to believe in your relationship as much as you want it to work. So
that's awesome. That's great advice. Thank you. We appreciate that.
You're welcome.
All right, so now we're gonna head over to Emily. Is Emily ready?
Yeah, I'm writing my sailor as I listen to you guys.
Oh, are you? That's awesome. So how was your week?
It was a little stressful. Midterms were last week, so getting the grades back, I was a little nervous. But I did well, so stress is gone. And I got his letters today, so that always helps.
Oh, that's awesome. Were they good?
Yeah, well, yeah, the last time we talked, we got into a little argument about school for me.
Okay.
Because I graduate this year, but I was looking into master's programs, and, you know, he just doesn't want us to be apart longer than we have to. But then in the letter today, he was so supportive, and it was just all positive, and it was good things.
That's awesome.
That brightened my day.
That's awesome. So that's, I guess, your exciting news, too, for the week.
Yeah, that's about it. That's all I got.
That's all you got? All right. So give us a little bit of an update on your sailor.
I found out he's not an MA like I originally thought.
Okay.
He's a GM. And this week he was excited because it's all about guns. So, that's what I was. That was my, update. He's like, because he called me on last Thursday, and he's like, I'm so excited today. It was the first day of guns. And it was just great.
That's awesome.
And he wrote something about how he's trying to get, what does it say? Something about a blue ribbon or something? I don't know. Don't know what that is, but okay.
Well, I'm sure at the end we'll have Carla answer that for us when we do our questions and answers part. So why don't you write that down so you can ask her?
Good idea.
Yeah. All right. Now I'm going to ask you, do you have any advice to be more positive, not only for your sailor but also for yourself?
I guess just don't put your goals on hold for them, in the sense that you're going to get, like, what's the word I'm trying to think of? I'm drawing a blank here. But, like, you don't want to hate him because you decided not to do something.
Right,
You know what I mean? So just kind of, and that's, like, what my issue was doing something for us or me or, trying to figure it out. But he eventually did come around, clearly, so
that's good.
I think, as long as you make yourself happy, if they see that that means something to you, they'll end up being positive about it also.
That's great. That's really good advice. Now, what would you have on advice at being more trusting? Now, I know, like, in boot camp, I guess you really don't have to worry about that all too much. They're not going out on their own anywhere. But, I mean, do you have any advice on that?
I guess, like, our big thing was just to always be honest regardless of what it was about. So even, like, for him, for me being home, he's like, whatever it is you do, even if you go to dinner with one of your friends who I know, like, just tell me about it. Like, I just want to know, and it's not seeming like it's something that it's not by you not saying something.
Right.
So, I guess just honesty, and even being honest about how you feel, so.
Right. No, that's perfect. That's really good. Now, Carla, I'm just going to ask you, can you send the link over to, and I'm not sure who it is. Someone is texting me and can't get on, and I'm not quite sure what's going on there. And so I sent you the link. I know I'm asking Carla to do a lot, so are you there?
To send it back to you?
No, I sent you a contact. A girl texted me
Okay.
And
yeah. Want me to send it to her? Hold on.
Yeah, try to help her out. I'm going to start talking about my week, and then I'll get back to you.
All right, no problem.
All right. Okay, so my week was pretty good. I had some very exciting news. My sailors' parents were in for the week. They were absolutely amazing. I was so relieved, so happy. They're just the nicest people I've ever met. So I'm very, very excited about that. I feel very lucky. He also graduated from Nuke School, so he is now an instructor. So that's really exciting too, and he's here for 2 more years, so it's been a really exciting 2 weeks because all the stress of the last month has finally come down to these last week, and so it's just been great. So I guess that's kind of an update on my sailor too. He's been moving apartments twice in the last week because of all the different guys moving and graduating and all that stuff. So, yeah, now I want to give you one piece of advice that I have to be more positive. The past couple of weeks, I haven't had a problem staying positive because there's been some very exciting things happening, but before that, I'd found it very difficult. And one thing I kept doing was writing in my journal every day. I have a really hard time, like, writing every day, so I just tried to write one line of, I'm thankful that my sailor's alive. I'm thankful that he's home. I'm thankful, to have such a great family. And I just felt like it helped me, but then in return it really helped him without him even realizing it because I was happier. So I guess that's one thing for staying more positive. Now, on trusting, this is kind of something, I trust him 100%, but there's something that I forget, and I don't know why. I forget that I have to just trust him and let it go. Because right now he is not in boot camp or anything where you really would have to, we wouldn't have to worry. And we, right now he can go out with his friends, and I would think I should worry, but I never do. So I guess for being more trusting, just let it happen, and he just needs to be honest, and you need to have those talks. I mean, I think communication is huge in any relationship, period, regardless if you're in the military or not, and I feel like being in the military, it's even that much more crucial to have that communication. So, yeah, I guess that's really it for me. I don't know if Carla is ready yet.
I'm here. I sent the message to the contact that you sent.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if
she can figure it out.
Yeah. Well, all you got to do is click on it, and if you have Hangouts, it'll automatically take you there.
Okay.
Abby, I missed you.
All right, Carla. So tell us how your week was.
Well, since the last chat, my husband has been put on day check again. So he's upstairs doing his homework because he goes to college online. So he had a final last week for college algebra 2, I think. And now he's taking pre-calculus, so it's a little stressing for him. Yeah. So I have to be really there for him and, like, try to keep the kids quiet, which is really hard with that. But my hormones are going crazy because I'm a new mommy again, and I'm nursing. So yesterday was a bad day for me. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? I don't know. Tuesday. I don't even know what week it is. I was like literally sobbing.
Aww.
And we were eating dinner here because we don't have a dining set yet. So I was sitting on the couch on the opposite corner as him, and he just dropped his dinner and came and held me for a little bit until because it was really, I don't even know why. Then I texted because I have a nursing coach, a lactation coach, and she's like someone that my husband's family, like, they grew up with her.
Right.
So I always text her, and she's like saying that it's probably because this little guy is turning 4 months, so my hormones are trying to adjust again to him growing. So I guess that day wasn't a good day, but he told me today that they're moving him to his actual job shop. So
Oh,
he's going to
good.
be at his actual job, which if I don't know if you guys know anything about when a ship is in the shipyards, they like break down the ship and then they build it back again on the inside. And
Mm-hmm.
you're in there. He was in there for like five years, and he never got to do his job. So he gets to this new place thinking, okay, I'm gonna actually get to know my rate, and he's doing something that has nothing to do with his rate. So it was kind of a letdown for him. So now
Right.
he's excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's
Pretty
nothing
much it.
special going on in my life.
No. I mean, you got the little ones. That's exciting.
Yeah, he's rolling over.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I guess that kind of sums up everything, an update and exciting, how your week was. So the next question is going to be how to be more positive, not only for your sailor, but for you as well.
It's all of like a mental game. Like I always go back to boot camp because boot camp is like where they make you or break you, you know. And you just gotta stay in your mind, put it in your mind, and always, I'm a very like Christian person, so I always pray a lot. So if it's meant to be, it's gonna happen, and just always maintain your calm and your composure. Don't get stressed out about something that is small, or even if it's too big, just don't stress out. Everything will work out. That's what I would always think. Like right now I was stressed out because my husband wasn't doing his actual job, and now he's finally gonna go back to his job. So
Right. That's great. Yeah, I know. I feel like we all do that a lot. I know myself. I stress myself out about things that may not even ever happen, but you do it. I don't know. It must be a girl thing.
it's harder also for us being having our other halves in the military, because you never know. The military changes every day, constantly. And one day they'll be here, and then the next day you don't know. So you have to like kind of enjoy the moment. So it's very hard to have a positive attitude.
Right.
Sometimes because, they could get deployed like in 2 seconds. They could get a call, be like, pack your shit, you're leaving.
Right. No,
and
it's
you're
true.
like, what?
Yeah, definitely. All right, now the last thing is, do you have any advice on being more trusting?
Okay, so that one is hard because me and Daniel were stationed together on the same ship in the same division. So we had to keep our relationship under wraps. And I had to watch girls flirt with him and other girls talk about him all the time. So it's very hard not to punch a girl in the face when they're talking about your man. But you have to. You have no other choice but to trust him. If he doesn't give you a reason to not trust him, then there's no reason why you shouldn't. And then brings me back to boot camp. I was in the integrated division. Integrated means guys and girls.
Right.
There was flirting. There was note passing. There was hand grabbing. There was butt grabbing. Like, because it's boot camp doesn't mean that stuff doesn't happen.
Right.
So they don't watch you 24/7. There is no cameras anywhere. So, if you know what I'm talking about, like like 20 other, actually like 80 other girls. And there's some girls that, I would shower in a corner where nobody would look at me.
Yeah, I hear ya. Yep.
And then same with guys. Like this century, this world is so crazy that you tried.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, you have to trust him. Daniel went out to sea a couple of times and I was by myself, but he always, reassured me that, I'm the only one for him, and that he only loves me, and that he cannot stop thinking about me. And then same for us, like he always likes me to reassure him my love for him. So that's very important.
Right. And I think that's something we forget to do because we feel like we need it, but it might just be that they need it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They need to a lot. It helps them cope with everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've learned that a lot because a lot of the time I'd be so well, I'm not hearing from you as much, so I'd be going on and on and on, and he'd just be like, well, I missed you too. I missed you too. Dang, babe. Can we have a good day today? So I've had to realize that a lot. Just as much as I want to hear it, I need to hear it. He needs to hear it. He's not outright tell me, but he does display. So I support that notion.
That's great. That's so true, though. It's so true. So does anyone have any questions? No questions? I know Emily had a question.
Oh, yeah.
Wrote it down.
Okay, so Carla, maybe you can help me with this. What is the marksman ribbon?
Okay, so he called you and talked to you about guns. That means that they're doing the gun week, which is they take them to the gun range, and they actually practice shooting, and then they go to a live shoot, which is live rounds. So if he gets a good score, he gets a ribbon. So it's the marksman ribbon is like a blue ribbon. If he gets expert, he gets to put an E on the ribbon. It's a blue ribbon. It's a little blue ribbon. It's just pretty cool to have. Because then when he graduates, instead of only having the national defense, which is the yellow and red one, he'll get to have the blue one for the marksman, and then that one.
Gotcha.
Quan got that. I was wondering, I thought, I thought he did something special, extra special. I didn't think that's what it meant.
I mean, it is.
I know he did something special. Don't I know he did something special, clearly to get it. But I didn't know what it was. I thought, he helped him pass the test. So honorary ribbon. I didn't know what it meant. So
I didn't.
I wouldn't have either if he didn't write about it. He's like, I really hope I get it. I've been doing really well, so I don't know.
That's cool. I wasn't able to get it because when I joined the Navy, I really wasn't used to being around the language, like the English language. So they gave me like a coach for the language barrier. This guy got a little too close to me, if you know what I mean. And I got really uncomfortable, and I shot the ceiling because I could feel him getting a little too close to me. And my chief RDC saw that, and they took that guy into a room and they cussed him out. And then my chief came back. He's like, "You're not." I was doing really good too. Until he got really close to me, and then my chief was like, well, you're not gonna be able to get your ribbon this time, but then later in your Navy career you'll be able to try again and try to get it. But that was one of the horrible experiences. I'm telling you, I had horrible luck in the military until I met my husband.
Aww. Now, Carla, I have a question for you. I know Gabby and I probably have similar questions. What is the benefits to being married in, when they're in the Navy? Oh, did she go? She popped off. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I had a good question for her. Gabby, we've been talking about, Cameron and I have been talking about, getting married and stuff, and we had planned 2017-ish, but I kind of like to move it up a little bit. I'd like to make it a little
right.
All right, you're gonna have to ask me again because somebody tried to call me and it
that's okay. Well, I was just wondering, I think Gabby and I kind of have similar questions. how, like, what are the benefits to getting married, sooner than later, I guess?
Okay, well, when I first got married, I was in A school, and get off. No, say hi. Okay, say hi. Hi. Don't have kids. Go sit down. My son thinks you're Elsa from Frozen.
Me?
Yes.
Do you want to know? I've had at least 5 little kids tell me that. He's not the first.
Hi, Elsa. Now he's being all shy because he likes you.
Like I said, it's a good thing I look like Princess Elsa, huh? I got to do the whole little braid to the side, right?
I know.
Oh, come on, next time like that.
Well, the benefit is that you get to be on their orders. Like their orders say that they have a dependent, so automatically they'll get like the benefits off of it. Turn that off. Turn it off, or go to your room. I didn't get married to Daniel until I got pregnant, pretty much, because he is a single sailor. He is an E5, so E5 and above, they can request to get single BAH, so they can live out in town or whatever. Right. But when we got married, he got dependent BAH, which is just a little more. Okay. And we live on base right now, so it's kind of comfortable.
Right. No, I was just curious because we're kind of like right now, obviously I'm living home and he's living, in his apartment, sharing the apartments, and then, we're planning on getting married and before he leaves here, and then we're going to move in together. But I know there's a bunch of people who have been saying to me that, it's kind of better to do it sooner than later. And I was just curious to
him being a nuke, it's a chance that as soon as he's done, because I know you posted that he's gonna stay in New York for 2 more years.
Yeah, he's an instructor.
Okay, so you want to do it within those 2 years because then he'll get orders to the first deploying ship.
Okay, so he'll probably be deployed right after that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Gotcha.
Same with Gabby, like my husband was telling me. CBs get deployed wherever they're needed. So it's not a guarantee that he'll stay in Port Hueneme for like a whole year.
Gotcha.
He could stay there for 6 months and then they'll be like, okay, we need you here, so you're going there.
Right. All right, Gabby, how are we gonna do this? We gotta work on him.
We gotta work on him. I have 2 weeks to get this together. Y'all pray for me.
I'm gonna start writing on your wall, just putting rings and putting random wedding-like stuff and see if he sees it.
Like, he's gonna be like, babe, your phone's going up. Babe, wait, babe, what is this?
That's really funny. Yeah, we should start posting dresses and, all that kind of stuff. And then before you know it, you start posting a house and babies, and he's like, what the heck is going on?
He's like, babe, did something happen in our life and I didn't know about it? He's famous for the sarcasm. Oh, my gosh, he gets me every time.
That's great. What's Emily thinking over there?
I'm just thinking.
Are you thinking we're crazy?
No, not at all.
Do you want to know?
With you. He tells me all the time. He writes me all the time. He's like, "Don't worry, babe. When I get out, I'm putting a ring on that finger." No. And I'm like, "Yeah, I better. If I went through all this shit, I better be getting a fucking ring."
Oh, you tell him.
Facts only.
That's great. Oh gosh, that's too funny.
Oh, Gabby, I have a question, or for anyone, but I don't. I know you met yours after boot camp, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So when should I stop sending him things? Like, when will he not get my stuff anymore?
I stopped because I noticed how mail work. Like, I'm actually asked the post office like how long it takes my mail to get there, and I started seeing a trend that, you know, like on a certain day, like he would read letters from like, you know, like Wednesday through Friday. So what I did, like I started the day he left, and I only wrote 50 letters, because by the time that last letter got to him, I was on a plane to his family to drive out to his graduation. So but that's me writing every day. Like, I legit stopped like 9 days before his actual graduation date, because it took mail like 3 to 4 days to actually get there.
It's 4 days for me. So I was like, maybe I guess like the week right before, like that Friday will be like my last one.
Like Q graduated on the 16th, and I stopped writing on the 9th.
Okay. So I'll stop like the week before, I guess.
Mhm.
All right. Oh, well, he's gotten one, at least one every day, if not like 2 or 3. He's like, he got mad at me. He's like, babe, I didn't get a letter from you on Wednesday. I was like, well, it did snow here, so it may have taken the weather a little longer. Did you get 2 today? He's like, yeah, but I just felt left out. I was like, you get 3 sometimes, and you tell me that guys in your thing don't get any. I was like, you greedy. You are greedy.
Well, at least yours like welcomes the multiple letters, open arms. Like, I did not hear the end of it. Like, every letter he was like, babe, like, you gotta chill with these letters. They keep calling me Stamp. Like,
no, he's like, in every single letter I get back, he's like, thanks for all the letters. They helped me so much. And I send him like at least 2 pictures with every letter of his brother or whatever I find. And so he's like, you don't know how much it means to me. There's people here who haven't gotten one letter from their girl or a picture or anything. And he's like, I'm swimming in letters and pictures.
That's awesome. Now you guys will laugh even more because, like, you know, Abby, you're saying that he was making fun of you for that. Well, Cameron, I pack his lunch sometimes, or sometimes I just pack his bag, period, and I put letters in there. And, I mean, we're with each other all the time. And his buddies make fun of him, but I don't care. He goes to work and he reads them all. And then he'll be like, you're so cheesy, Lex. You're so cheesy. But you want to know what he did the other day? We were in the store, and I saw this adorable little anchor bag. And I was like, this is so cute. And he bought it for me. Okay, he calls everything cheesy that I buy that's anchors.
But he likes it. Deep down, he likes it. They just can't show it. They can't show the emotion.
Oh, it kills me.
One of his friends wrote on his letter, like, trying to talk to me. And then you see, like, them fighting on the paper. It's like, oh, hey, what's up? It's Cruz. And he's like, don't talk to my girl. And then Cruz is like, no, but how are you? I don't get letters. Like, what?
Why did he leave that on the paper?
Like, he literally, like, it starts up here. You could even see it. It, like, starts up here above it. What, like,
Hold on, wait. Oh, my gosh.
I can't. I'm like, what? I wrote back. I was like, who the hell is this kid?
Oh, my gosh. Like, Q is like, he was like, I'm a man. I can't like the mushy stuff. I'm a man. Like, so when, so when I was writing the letters, when I was sending him, every week he got, like, a picture. Like he gave me, like, I still have the stuffed animal he gave me on our very first date. And all of these somewhere, type of deal. So I would always send him pictures and stuff and letters and stuff, like, and he used to write back, like, never once, oh, babe, thanks for the letters, they really make me feel great. Not once, just saying, babe, they're calling me Stamp. Like, I'm getting so many letters. They keep calling me Stamp. Like, da-da-da-da-da. So then I finally make it to graduation. I'm so excited. I run from the bleachers in enthusiasm because I finally get to see him. And we finally get to walk off into the sunset. Well, his liberty. So we finally get to walk off into the sunset. And then he finally says to me, after 8 weeks, finally says to me, babe, that some of them guys didn't even get letters? I really appreciated that. You don't know how much that meant to me.
Oh, he had a soft spot in there somewhere.
So I was like, no, where was
if they read the letters he sends me, they'd be like, "You're a girl. You have too many emotions." His are always like, "Babe, this is for our future. Babe, I miss you so much. Babe, I miss Nikki so much." And I'm like, if only they read these things, they'd be making fun of you.
That's funny. That is really funny. So I guess Mariah didn't make it.
I text her and she just texted me back and she said that she was driving and I was like, oh.
I have to go, y'all. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, have fun with your in-laws.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Lex, you weren't in. We were when I think I texted everybody else, but the best news. 29 days.
Oh my gosh. Days. That's awesome. So like you have a little countdown thing going in your phone and
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Halfway there. I already did like the countdown on every letter since 30. I'm like 30 days. 29 days.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Now, did you guys hear Rachel? She's moving with her husband early.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm so excited for her.
I know. I'm so glad for her because they were gonna make it longer, and I was like, don't do that to her. Anyone but her.
Like every time I was like, so Rachel, how's it going? They pushed it back another month. I'm like, Rachel, like he's gonna be in A school for the rest of the year. They keep pushing back months, not weeks, but months. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is the longest A school ever.
In my head, I'm like, if they do this to me, I will not be as calm as her. I don't know what I'll be doing.
She is so calm and collected. I give her so much credit because I stress out over little tiny things, and she's just very
calm. Go with the flow.
Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah.
It's gonna work. And I'm like, I didn't get a letter today.
Like
Let me stalk the postman.
Yo, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, I be going crazy. I be going crazy.
Well, but then again, I wonder if being married, just that in itself, almost gives you a peace of mind. Do you know what I'm saying? That you're gonna be with them after.
Like I get what you're saying. You're not crazy. I definitely get what you're saying. Like, I really wonder if being married, like, just gives you that extra bit of confidence. Like, no matter how long, no matter what's going on, we're going to be together type of deal. Like, it's just kind of like, like, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. But me, I'll be on pins and needles. Crazy. Right now.
Well, that's how I felt for, like, a whole entire month. They kept saying, oh, we're gonna tell you tomorrow. We're gonna tell you tomorrow. We're gonna tell you tomorrow, and it never happened. And then finally, the week before graduation, they say, "Oh, you're staying here for 2 more years." And I was like, I stressed that whole time for that. Really?
That's gonna be me though, because I am such like a planned person.
Yep.
If it's not planned, I'm not doing it. I don't do spur of the minute outings. He knows if you don't tell me like a week in advance of something, I'm not going. I will sit my ass home alone. I am not going.
That's great.
I know I'm not going to be able to do that anymore.
It is hard. I'm a very planny person. Like I've been trying to plan how our life is going to happen here, but it doesn't work like that. Like he keeps trying to tell me like it doesn't work like that. I'm like, I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand. I need to know. Like, we want to go home and see his family really badly, like the rest of his family, and they still won't tell us when he can take leave. Like, seriously? You can't even give, like, they're going to tell us the day before and say, oh, you can go tomorrow. And then I'm going to have a wedding, and then I can't go.
That's the biggest issue for me because like I think we all have the same thing. Like we're planning. Like I live by structure. Structure is my thing. It needs to have a rhyme and a reason, and I need to have a plan. Okay, I need a plan. And then just this whole military thing, like there is no such thing as a plan. There's no such thing as a plan. Like what you thought you were going to do, no, you you have to readjust. Like we had it all figured out. Like we had it all figured out. He was going to do the basic training, do this, do that, and we was going to be good. Like we already figured that we was going to be, moved in and halfway married by now. No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No.
Well, tell him to get that ring going. Tell him to start planning it.
That's what I'm trying to get. I'm trying. Yeah, I got 2 weeks. I got 2 weeks to pull this off.
So how are you gonna
drive up to like the court and be like, surprise?
Do you want to know what I did tonight? You guys are gonna die. So I have this thing. Every so often I just decide I want to move out. I'm like, I want to move out. But I know I shouldn't. It's dumb. But I say this all the time. So today I go, well, the only reason why I'd move out or I will move out is if we get married. So what do you think tomorrow? I'll come over in a white dress and we'll get married tomorrow. And he goes, what? No. No. Like that.
That's so funny because he is like, yes. Like if it was up to him, it would have already been happened. And I'm like, no. Right. Nothing spur of the moment, please.
Yeah. Well, see, I was trying to be funny though, and I think then
if I said that, he'd be like, "Oh, really? Like I'm ready. Like we can go. It'll be fine."
Go.
And I'd be like, "Wait, no, I was joking. I was joking."
He feels like he's got 2 years, where I'm like, I don't know. I wasn't like that though. Not until the past month. Like before that time, I wanted to wait another couple of years, but now I really don't.
I feel like once you realize, like, at any moment they could be gone, that you're that it's just like, if it's not now, then when? Because you never know. So it's like, if it's not done now, who knows? He could be gone for 5 years.
Right.
And when are we gonna have time to do this? Because there's no schedule. So we'll pick one weekend, and then I'll be like, oh, sorry, I'm not gonna be home that weekend.
Right. Now, Gabby, what are you gonna do to get him to pop the question? What's your master plan?
I'll start leaving comments on Instagram. Be like,
listen, please do. Like I at him and like the last like 6 or 7 posts, his handle is mentioned, so you guys can harass him all you want to. I support that note.
I would be like, listen,
but I
talk to her a lot.
But my plan was to cook him into.
You better not disappoint this weekend.
We
have big plans. We have big plans.
Right, like my plan though is to cook him into a coma. Like I'm doing made from scratch and homemade everything.
That's great. Plan. Well, maybe that's what we should all do.
For real. I'm trying to tell y'all. He's so hungry. I'm trying to tell y'all that's a bear.
That is great. All right. So does anyone have any more questions or anything?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, like I'm not sure if it's a question or more so like I just want to hear feedback from my sisters. But okay, like because I feel like all of us are in the same boat, like the eternal girlfriend almost wife situation boat right here.
Right.
Like so I just want feedback. Like I thought I was crazy like for wanting to get married like so quick, like like at first like it was just cool being the girlfriend. Now after basic training and A school, I'm like, okay, so I want to be your wife. So when we gonna do this? Like so like I just wanted some reassurance as far as like I'm not cuckoo.
No, no, I think it does get to a point, like, and that's what I've noticed with myself, and I am not sure how to bring that up to him, how to say, when we first started dating, I said I didn't want to be married till I was 21, and right now I'm 19, going to be 20, and I'm ready, and I don't know how to bring that conversation up, and I feel the same way, like you're struggling between, you don't want to rush him.
Mm-hmm.
Yet you are ready, and it's time. I don't know. And it's frustrating. I've never thought I'd be that kind of person. I always thought I'd kind of just go along with the flow, and it would all be okay. And I still think it will, even if I had to wait 2 more years. But I just wish that I could have a conversation. I've been trying to bring it up to him. Just like I said, I was joking around with him today. And he did mention, he's like, oh, well, then maybe we'd get married a little earlier. But I just don't know how far to go with it.
Yeah, and that's my ordeal now. It's just that like he brings it up, we talk about it, but after that, it's just kind of like.
Well, I think it's healthy that you're talking. Right. I think it's healthy that you're talking about it, because I know couples who don't even talk about it, and I think that's weird. I mean, we talk about being married on a daily basis. I mean, in his friend group, we're known as the married couple, the old married couple. So it's not something that's not talked about. It's talked about on a daily basis, but it's just not. It's not a date, I guess. Does that make sense? There's no set date.
Right, and it's just that, like, and I've had the struggle with him not being face to face, because I feel like this is a face to face conversation, like, and I don't want to go too deep over the phone or over FaceTime.
Right.
Like we need to sit in each other's face, and we need to figure out, like, okay, so what else do you want to do with your life? Like, have you accomplished everything that you want to accomplish? Do you see me helping you accomplish these things? Like that's a conversation we need to have face to face. So that's one of the things I'm looking forward to this 2 weeks. Like to get some, like, I don't want to say validation, but I do want to say, like, to get some confirmation, like is this really where you're trying to go, or was this just that, like, I really have a very fond love for you, I love you to death, and I appreciate your support, and it's just that, like, I'm going very close, or are you actually at that point? So yeah, we can get married, like that's
right. Now, so, how do you plan on bringing that up to him? Like, do you plan on just being like, hey, do you want to get married tomorrow, or are you gonna pull a me, or are you gonna just not anything, just kind of let him talk about it? Because I feel like guys, I feel like today afterwards I actually should have been a little bit more direct, and I wish I was, because guys just don't get what you're saying. I had, like I said, I had mentioned kind of moving out, and he had mentioned nothing about me moving in with him, because obviously our parents, they don't agree with that. They don't want us to move in together before we're married. But he didn't even mention maybe getting married sooner. It didn't even come in his head until I jokingly said something later that wasn't even related. So, like, my question is, do you need to be more direct and say, hey, this is what I've been feeling, this is what I've been thinking, what do you think? Or do you let him come up with it?
No.
And my response, like, and this is judging off my experience with, like, not just Q, but like a lot of the guys that I know, and they talk to me about their issues. It's just kind of like they're stupid.
Yeah.
They're stupid. Like don't get me wrong, like, it's not bad stupid, but it's kind of like the stuff that you think is like it's so like, oh, okay, well, that was easy, you should have picked up on it. They don't. Like, it's very cut and dry. Like, and I know, like, Q is really big about, like, if you have something you want to say or talk about, you need to say it. Because I'm not a mind reader, and I'm not about to sit here and figure out this jigsaw puzzle of a woman's mind.
Right.
So,
like I was saying earlier, I feel like communication is a key thing. Like, we on Sunday, we're actually going to start reading The Love Dare, and that was a huge step, I felt like, because that's actually a book for married couples, and so he had bought them for us. So, I'm really excited to start reading it, and, I'll let you guys know how it is, too. It's supposed to be really good. It's supposed to, like, strengthen your relationship, but I think the core of it is communication, and that's something I struggle with, because I feel like I want to tell him something, but I also don't want to scare him away. But when I'm not telling him anything, it creates another problem, because then he's left wondering why I'm being quiet, or why I'm not expressing or being the way I normally am.
Yeah, like that's an issue. Like that's an issue too. Like we've been together so long and we know each other at this point. So when I'm
Mm-hmm.
not talking his ear off, he's like,
Yes.
"What's wrong with you?"
You're right. Yes.
And I'm just like, "Why do you think something's wrong?" I'm fine. Yeah, see,
Mhm.
now I know you're not okay because you said fine.
Right. Exactly. Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
We went to the store today, and I don't know, I just wanted to talk to him, and he had to call this guy, call that guy, and he had to, like, it's things he had to do, but I just wanted to talk to him, and I just was being quiet, and he's like, what'd I do? What'd I do wrong? I'm sorry. And every morning he texts me, and he goes, I love you, and I'm sorry for anything I'm about to do today, because it just happens that way. Like, it'll just be like, maybe I just wanted to talk. And I just wanted to, like, see how he was doing versus calling the auto guy and calling the phone company and calling his mom because he forgot to call her last night, you know?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
anyway. I'm spoiled, though. He's here, so I can't complain. But
I think my biggest problem with the whole marriage thing is that he's ready, but my friends and my family are not.
well, that's another thing, family.
So
how do you deal with that?
I just feel like I'm kind of put in the middle
Mm-hmm.
between like what I want, what he wants, what everybody else wants.
Right. Now, how old are you, Emily?
We're both 21.
Okay.
So
And
I'll
Gabby,
be
how old are
22
you
next
guys?
month.
Okay.
He's turning 24 next week.
Okay.
And I'll be 23 in July.
Okay.
Oh, he's home for his birthday? That's amazing.
I have a whole lot planned for him, and he doesn't even know it.
Oh, we know it'll be good.
It's going to be great. It's gonna be great.
Might be better for you than for him.
Like it's going to be great for me because he's going to be here. He's going to be here. But
Exactly.
But the theme of the day, the theme is 24 things all about you. So it's like 24 of his he likes to do. And I'm in plus, like he's been talking about his feet hurt because my poor baby is flat footed and he has on those boots.
Aww.
So I've set up him, to get a pedicure and stuff like that, and the whole day is a scavenger hunt. He has 24 clues. The whole day is a scavenger hunt. He has 24 clues and he has to figure it out.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, see, we're a little bit younger. I'm 19. I'll be 20, and he's 20, going to be 21. And, I mean, both of our parents were married very young, but
See, that's what I find so funny. My dad was in the military. My mom, he went back to school and met my mom. My mom was like 20, 21 when he proposed to her. He was like 26, 27. And I'm like, I'm about to be 22, so where are y'all coming at me?
Yeah, right.
When you were already pregnant with me.
Ready?
Like
it was a different decade.
It was a different time.
I'm like,
things are not like they used to be.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
I'm like, excuse me?
I know, exactly. Well, I think that's the other thing is why we're both kind of been waiting on it because, our families think we're extremely young, but in the same breath, I mean, we know we're going to be together forever, so for me, it's like, why not now? And that's why I kind of was asking Carla the benefits to it, and I'm curious how much more, and not that I would do it for this reason, but I wonder how much more money you get, or any of that kind of stuff. I wonder.
When I asked Rachel said though it's not. I mean, it's obviously more, but she said it's just like, say you weren't to ever work, she's like, it's like the bare minimum for to live off.
Right.
So I'm like, I still need to go to school again.
Right. Go ahead, Gabby.
Well, I do not, count his paychecks or nothing like that. Like he shares those things openly with me. Like, and one of his woes, that's what they call them, woes, and one of his woes in his class with him, like she's married.
Okay.
She's married. Like, and everybody else has like, you know, like, and they will, like, they're all the same rank or whatever. So everybody else is like, oh yes, payday. Like, and then they see her stuff and they're like, what? How you get more than me? And she was like, I'm married, guys.
Right.
Like, and he was just like, and he was saying like it was a whole $1,500 more.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, like.
Well, and the reason, like, for myself, you know, I'm a hair and makeup artist, and I am currently working right now. And so in my head, too, it would be nice to just put that in a savings for when we do actually have to move, and I have to start all over again.
Yeah.
You know, but again, I don't want to do something. I've never been a person of money, so I don't want to do something purely for that reason.
Yeah.
You know.
Which is like, I completely am for that. Like, you know, I'm, you know, like, asked or, you know, counted it. Like, you know, like, he shares that openly with me. Like, and I appreciate that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, I appreciate that. But, like, I don't think, like, with, like, going back to, like, the whole families thing, like, his mom was never married. My mom was never married. So it's kind of like it's kind of like both of our mothers are just like, y'all are big kids. Y'all can figure it out.
Right.
Like because my mother, her first child at 22, and like his mother had her first child at like 19, 20.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So like they're just like. You know, like, you know, we don't wish that upon y'all, but, you know, like, you guys are big kids, and you guys have surpassed us already. So, you guys can decide. So, like, I'm thankful for that, but, like, they're always there for support. But it's just kind of, like, morally for me, I don't want to live with him without marriage, you know, like, morally for me. Like, that's just my own personal
me too. Yeah, definitely. I know, and that's the other thing I'm kind of struggling with right now. And it's hard. It's a hard situation. It's a hard conversation to have. It is a hard conversation to have, but it's not. I know as soon as I talked about it, it would be fine. And he would just honestly tell me. But, you know, we're also waiting for his older sister to get married, which she's supposed to be getting married in December, and she's been waiting 3 years. So she's been waiting for him, you know, to be on a leave or a deployment, and it's just never worked out. So he's supposed to be going back in December for her. So we've kind of been waiting for them, too.
And that's the boat I don't ever want to be in. Like, I'm waiting to, like, at that point, like, you know, like, I've always wanted the big old nice wedding, all the family and friends.
Right.
But when it got to, like, when it gets to that point, I'd be like, peace. We can figure out the rest of that later. I'm not about to be doing the rest of it. And that's what scares me the most.
Yep. I mean, and that was the other thing is I have no family. I have just my immediate family. So there's 5 of us, and then my grandfather, and that's it. That's all I have. So I have 6 people. So that's why we're going to do the wedding where he's from. But his family all wants to be there, and there's like 150 of them. So, you know, I wouldn't mind planning something in a 2-3 month span, but I think it's more him that wanted it, you know, not to be that short. But I don't know. So I don't know how you have that conversation so randomly. I have such a hard time just bringing things up randomly.
Well, I'll be sure to test run it for us, guys. I'll test run it in these 2 weeks, and I'll report back.
Yeah, report back and let us know. You'll have to text us and let us know how it goes. For sure.
I sure will. I've got to let y'all know how that goes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not nervous about it because we've always shared stuff. You know, like, no matter how hard it is, no matter how bad it is, like, you know, like, I've talked them through, you know, like, close family members' deaths and stuff. Like, we've been together for 3 years. Family deaths and good times, bad times, you know, so communicating and sharing has never been our issue.
Right.
It's just a matter of, like, it's like, you know, like, we're really big kids now. Like,
right. I know.
Really big kids now. So.
I do.
So, alrighty. Well, it is 10 o'clock, so I don't want to keep you guys
I'll tell you later.
longer. But, you know, Gabby, I don't have your number, so you'll have to. You'll have to.
Good. Can you like go
just
away?
go ahead and message it to me through the Sailors, or no, just direct message it to me through my Instagram.
Can you go away? Can you please? Please.
I'm texting you right now.
Perfect.
Rachel gave me your number like that.
Oh, she did. Okay, perfect. Yeah, just text me and then you can let me know how it goes and we can chit chat tomorrow.
Fantastic.
Sure. Sorry, guys.
Awesome. That's all right. All right. Well, you guys have a good night.
Bye.
And thanks for coming on. And we'll talk in a couple weeks.
Yes.
We sure will.
Okie dokie. All right. Good luck. Have fun with your man. All right. Bye.
Love you, ladies. Bye.
Bye.